the hidden secret of the smallest step. Have you ever wondered why some people achieve their big dreams effortlessly, while others struggle for years, even when they work much harder? Welcome back, everyone. Today, we are going to look at a simple, powerful story about how consistency actually works in real life. Grab your notebooks, listen closely, and get ready to practice your shadowing skills as we dive in. Leo stared at the blank canvas in his room, feeling a wave of frustration wash over him. For 3 years, he had dreamed of becoming a professional artist, yet his sketchbook remained mostly empty. Every few months, a burst of motivation would strike him out of nowhere. He would buy expensive new art supplies and draw for 5 hours straight until exhaustion took over. "This time is going to be different," he whispered to himself, convincing himself that willpower was the key to success. However, by the time the weekend ended, exhaustion and busy schedules would creep back into his routine. Burnout would hit hard, and he would not touch a pencil again for weeks. One rainy Tuesday afternoon, Leo decided to visit his grandfather, a retired clockmaker known throughout the town for his craftsmanship. The old workshop smelled of aged wood and polished metal, feeling like a sanctuary from the chaotic world outside. "Grandpa, how do you manage to build such complicated, perfect clocks without ever getting overwhelmed?" Leo asked, holding up his empty sketchbook in despair. His grandfather smiled, paused his work, and pointed toward a tiny, unassuming gear sitting on the wooden workbench. "Most people think achievement requires massive, heroic effort every day, but that is a dangerous trap," his grandfather explained softly. "If you try to run a marathon on your first day of training, you will quit before you even reach the corner," he continued. "Success is never built on giant leaps. It is built on microscopic habits." Intrigued by this simple philosophy, Leo asked, "What do you mean by microscopic habits? How can such small actions possibly make any real difference?" His grandfather handed him a tiny jeweler's hammer and replied, "Just commit to drawing a single line every day. No pressure to finish a masterpiece. No expectations of perfection, just one line." Skeptical but desperate for a change, Leo decided to test the advice the next morning before starting his busy workday. Instead of aiming for a grueling 2-hour drawing session, he sat at his desk and drew one stroke in his notebook. To his surprise, drawing that single line felt so effortless that he didn't want to stop. The pressure had vanished, turning a terrifying chore into a light, enjoyable daily ritual. Weeks turned into months, and because he never forced himself past his limits, he never experienced burnout again. Before he realized it, his daily strokes had filled sketchbooks, transforming his skill and proving his grandfather's point. Consistency is not about having superhuman discipline or forcing yourself to work when your mind and body scream for rest. True progress belongs to those who make their goals so small that it becomes harder to quit than to keep going. 5 useful vocabulary words with meanings. Consistency, noun, the habit of doing something regularly over a period of time without major gaps. Burnout, noun, extreme physical and mental tiredness caused by working too hard for too long. Sanctuary, noun, a place of safety, peace, and quiet protection. Microscopic, adjective, extremely small, almost invisible or insignificant at first glance. Effortless, adjective, requiring little physical or mental struggle. Smooth and natural. Thank you so much for listening and practicing with us today. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a comment with your own daily habit, and keep practicing your English. See you next time.